Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of MenaeroCraft, our Minecraft modded survival series. So we are back in the safety and comfort of our own home. We returned from our adventure at the end of the last episode, and today we're going to be continuing our Thaumcraft research because we got the materials we need. Basically, we got our great wood saplings and logs and silverwood saplings and logs, which is what we needed to continue advancing with Thaumcraft 4. We need them to set up our Essentia Distillation system, which I want to get done today. But before we head over to our mage tower, I have a couple things I want to show you guys, because I have unlocked 8 new aspects, bringing the grand total of aspects we actually have to 50 out of 51, which means we only need one more aspect, which is awesome. I think that the aspect we need is from the Magical Bees mod, so I have no idea what it is. And how I came about getting 8 brand new aspects plus a absolute ton of research points is I was actually setting up our digital miner here because I wanted it to mine up the 14,000 ore or something crazy like that was down there. Right now it's still got 9,000 left to mine up, which is insane. So I set this bad boy up. It's working exactly like our quarry did. Basically the items go straight out of it into a tesseract. Tesseract is connected to the one underneath. It goes through the piping system. Ores are filtered out into the barrels, but instead of going from these barrels into our thermal expansion machinery, they're actually going into our mechanism machinery over here, because I upgraded all of these to the basic factory version, so they can process 3 different ores at one time, and they also give us 3 ingots per 1 ore, so we get an extra ingot basically than if we were using the thermal expansion machines. And how this relates to me unlocking 8 new aspects is because when I set this up, I went into our ME system, I started pulling out items that were like a single stack or just 2 items, like 2 apples, 2 feathers, those kind of things, and started getting rid of them because all these little lights here were orange except one, so I was like, okay, I need to free up some space. And then I thought, well, we've unlocked a bunch of new aspects over the last several episodes, I might try and scan some things again. And it was like a floodgate. I scanned one thing, got a new aspect, and then the ball just got rolling, and all of a sudden I could scan everything. I scanned these machines here, I can scan these machines, look at all those research points in there. I've scanned these ones over here, so many research points that the little log that shows up on the bottom right hand side telling you what research points you've gained was actually about 5 minutes delayed. I just went around scanning everything. I've scanned pressure plates as well. Doors I can scan now. It's amazing. So let's have a look at our Thaumcraft and have a look at the aspects that I unlocked. So what have we got here? Which new ones? Fabrico is a new one, and look at all the items I scanned. So Fabrico I got from Humanus and Instrumentum. Instrumentum I think was the first aspect I unlocked that basically got the ball rolling with all the new ones, and Instrumentum was in, I think I scanned Flint, I scanned to get that, and that is Humanus and Auto. Is there any other new ones in here? No. Machina I got from Motus and Instrumentum, which is all your different machinery, and there were so many research points I got because we have all these machines that all of a sudden I could scan, which was amazing. What else did we get here? So that was Machina. We also got Meadow, which I got from a hoe, and that was Messus and Instrumentum. We got this Panis, which is like cloth or material, so we can scan wool and beds and stuff now, and that's Instrumentum and Bestia. Perfodio was from a pickaxe, and that's Humanus and Saxum. What else? Tellum I got from scanning some swords and arrows. We got Tutaman, which is armor, as you can see from the little symbol, and yeah, got that from scanning armor, pretty self-explanatory. And I think that is it. So that is the 8 new aspects that I unlocked, bringing a grand total to 50. So we just need one more and we have them all. So that is pretty darn awesome. That also means that we can finish the research notes we hadn't finished, because we should be able to do them now. It means we'll also shouldn't really get impeded with any of our research in the future, unless it is, of course, from the Magical Bees mod or from the Forestry mod, because I assume that that aspect is used in that research. So let's head over to our mage tower. As you can see, I also planted some of the trees we collected. We have another witchwood tree down here. We also have our silverwood trees here with some quicksilver that has grown. Got some slime trees, and I did plant a greatwood sapling that has not grown yet. Might not have enough room, so let's move it somewhere where it has some more space to sprout up, because these things are pretty darn huge. I think over here would be fine. So let's place that down there and head over to our maze tower and try and get our Essentia Distillation set up. We might complete those research notes quickly beforehand if I can. They're pretty complicated. I remember they were the really big ones, so it might take me a while. We'll get the Essentia Distillation set up first, then I want to complete the research notes, because I want to make a new wand. Now that we have great wood, we can make our wand with the great wood core, and we can also make foci, because we should have the right aspects to get this research here. So let's have a quick peek at what the missing aspect actually was that we needed, and it was instrumentum. That one's actually not too bad. That's a really, really easy one. What about this one? I think it was this that was big. No, they're both small. So we should be able to get those done pretty darn easy. But before we do, we're going to set up a simple Essentia Distillation. I know that some people can do them like super awesome and complicated, but I am brand new to all of this, so I'm going to go with a very basic one to start with. And that will allow us to just burn items down and bottle the aspects that we want. I want to set up maybe like a shelf system or something cool where we keep them all, because there's like 50 different aspects. So you can have 50 different jars lying around. And so we need to read our Thaumcraft to find out how we take the first steps. I believe it's in alchemy. Yes, it is. Here we go. Essentia Distillation. So the first thing we need to make is an Alchemical Furnace, which is a crucible, an arcane stone block. And how do we make arcane stone blocks? They are stone around a shard and a little bit of viz. Okay, should be easy enough. Let's see what we got in here. So we need to get a shard, we need to get some stone. I think I need to cook the stone, don't I? Because I think that was smooth stone. We'll find out. Let's order some stuff over here really quickly. Smooth stone, do we have any? Oh, we do, thank God for that. Okay, let's just bring over, I don't know, like 20 smooth stone. I'm not sure how many blocks you get. We also need to bring over the shards as well. We'll bring over, I don't know, like 10 shards or something like that in case we need more in the future. So we'll grab those. Oh, wrong thing. What did I do? That entry thing's bugging me. Every time I cast a new spell, or not even a new spell, every time I cast a spell, I get an entry for my arcane compendium. Alright, what was it? What was it? We need to make, we're making the arcane stone, that was it. So it's just the stone around a shard, and I think we need our wands to get the viz out. So we can take any of them really, because all of them are full on viz. So let's do this really quickly. So shard in the middle, we'll put 2 shards in to start with, and then we will put the stone around like that. Can I not drag it in this? Oh, I can drag it in this. Okay. Didn't let me drag it before. And then put our wand in, and we got 18 of the arcane stone blocks. And then what do we do with these again? I think we need to make a furnace, don't we? A furnace and another crucible. We won't use that crucible, we will make another one. And in order to make a crucible, we need iron, because it's basically just a cauldron. So let's get like 20 iron over here for us, so that will be nice. Don't think we have to order anything again for a little while, so I'll put those away. Let's see if I can remember how to make a cauldron. Like that, was it? Yep. And then what we need to do is we need to place that on the ground. My wand, I need to go and get so we can click it. Grab our wand out. And then, boom, turn that into a crucible. Can I get this with touch dig? No, because it's going to do that. Alright, boom, we got our crucible. Okay, what we need next is a furnace, which means we do need to order over some cobblestone here. There we go. Get that out. Cool, alrighty, let's get this done. This should be awesome once we get it made. So a furnace. And I think we might have everything to make ourselves our arcane furnace, or alchemical, was it arcane or alchemical furnace? I can't remember already. I do not know. So those go, I think it was like that, wasn't it? And then a crucible at the top. Yeah, there we go. And then we just need to put our wand in. Our wand in, I said, and we got an alchemical furnace. So where do we want to put this is the question. I don't know. I do not know. What we might do is we might just put it there for now temporarily. So this is really cool. So let's just give it a test run here and put in, I don't know, a piece of iron maybe. Iron in the top, and I think you need to supply it with coal, much like a normal furnace, and that'll cook up. Okay, so then it has a little bit of what I'm assuming is a metalum aspect in there, and you can see it like bubbling away. It looks so awesome. Let's put in a few more so that we can actually use up the coal piece that we put in there. It seems that the coal lasts a long time in there. We might put all the iron in there and we'll fill that up. Now what we need to do is we need to get those aspects out of there, or that Essentia out of there. And to do that, we need to make alembics, and then we need to make Essentia tubes to pipe it out. Now, one cool thing I found out in the Thaumcraft I did not know is, as you can see with the Essentia tubes here, you don't have to do the research notes for them. You can actually just purchase them if you have the right aspects. So if we click that, we just purchased it. That is awesome. The other thing that I discovered is from scanning a bunch of items, I don't know whether it's, you know, getting a certain amount of research points or something like that, we actually unlocked research tabs in here we never had before. So I think like these are all new down here. They weren't visible before. I'm sure there's more, like I don't think that was visible before. It's really, really cool. But anyway, let's not get distracted, which is so easy to do with this mod. Let's continue what we were doing. So we can now make Essentia tubes. We also want to make the advanced Essentia tubes, because I believe the advanced ones actually have like little dials on them, or taps, I think, that you can use to like set up a cool system. I'm not really sure. We already have watered jars. So what is the next step? The next step is making ourselves a vis filter, because a vis filter is required in an arcane alembic. Now, I don't know what an alchemical construct is, so I don't think we'll make that. We're just going to go with the arcane alembics, and you can actually have 5 stacked on top of one furnace, which is really cool, and then you could have like piping systems coming out of it. I'm not really sure. We're going to set up a very basic one to start with, and we're going to make some watered jars to go with it, and I'm running around in circles like wondering what the hell to do. We need to make that vis filter, don't we? So we might make 2 of these vis filters to start with. So we need gold ingots, and we just need silverwood. Super, super simple. Let's get some gold ingots ordered over here. So we just need 4 of these, because we're going to make 2. We need to grab 2 silverwood. Where is my silverwood? Oh, I've already got it on me. Derp, 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 derp. And then we should just be able to make it in here. Okay, I need to get those out of my pouch, don't I? Yes, I do. What an idiot. So split those up like that. Silverwood in the middle, and we have 2 vis filters. Fantastic. Okay, now, how do we make the arcane alembics? It's a bucket, gold, and iron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 iron. So we need 10 iron, 2 gold, and 2 buckets. Alrighty. Okay, 10 iron, 10 iron. Shouldn't have cooked up that iron after all. So 10 iron, 2 buckets, 2 gold, and I think that was it if we did it correctly. Cool. Alright, let's get these arcane alembics made and see how they work. Was it like that? And then it was gold up here, and then vis filters up there. That is not correct at all. Oh, buckets. Did I put the buckets in? I thought I put the buckets in. We'll have a quick peek anyway. I don't want to screw it up. Okay, yeah, it's missing one down the bottom, so it's like that instead. So we now have our 2... What happened there? What went on? I didn't put all the iron in. I am an idiot. Insufficient vis, so we need to swap wands out, which is why I got 3 wands when we went out adventuring and filled up 3, because I thought this might happen when we're trying to make multiple things. We have 2 arcane alembics. Awesome. So if we put these in, I don't know why, I was just looking at my own feet. I just had a pedicure, so I was checking them out. If we put those on top, and that on top there, they connect, and you'll see that that's filled up with metalum now. So that is taking the metalum aspect out. I don't think iron contains any other aspects, does it? Not really sure. Yeah, it only contains metalum. So that makes that super easy for us, because it's just going to go into one, the other one's empty. But if I threw something in there that contain multiple aspects, let's actually check something here. That contains a couple different aspects. Actually, what we need to do is make some watered jars to get that metalum out into liquid form first. Then we can test out what it looks like when you put in an item with multiple aspects. So how do we make watered jars? They are glass panes. Pane in the glass. Oh god, that was terrible. So glass panes, plank of wood, and aqua. Okay, nice and easy. I actually think I made some glass panes recently, because I've been slowly but surely putting in the remaining lighting in our Institute of Technology. It's taking a long ass time, but I'm getting there. And I think that was it, wasn't it? And it was just a wood slab. I could probably just use great wood to make a wood slab, to be completely honest, because we have a lot of this stuff. So that's a pressure pad, so we need that. Okay, and this is to make... What are we making again? I've already lost what we're making. What are we making, guys? We're making the water jars, yep. And then we need to make piping as well. So we can... Oh, no, we have to make it over there because we need a viz. My bad. So let's put oak slab there. And let's put the glass around like that. So we got 2 water jars. Okay, fantastic. Now what we need to do is we need to make some Essentia tubing. And then we can get some of this Essentia out. So that is quicksilver, glass, iron, and gold. And you get 6 tubes, which is fantastic. Quicksilver. It should either be in our system or in that chest. It's not in that chest, so it should be in our system. There we go, quicksilver. So we're only going to make 1 batch of these because you do get 8, which is more than enough for what we need at the moment. We also need more gold. And a piece of glass. So we just need 2 iron, 1 gold, and glass. Cool. So 2 of you, Mr. Iron, sir. 1 gold and 1 piece of glass to start with. Grab all of that out. And let's get this bad boy up and running and give it a test whirl. See if we can get some of that Essentia out. Okay. So iron like that. Glass there. Gold down the bottom. I need it in a table, don't I? And it was probably the wrong recipe anyway. Let's have a little snack here. Let's have a bit of a snack. Oh, we should be able to scan these too. I didn't even think of that. What have you got, Alchemical Furnace? Oh, beautiful. Lots of stuff. And more in our arcane alembics. And that is what happened with the research points when I was doing it earlier. But because I was just running around scanning so many new things, it took forever for that to catch up. Okay, what was it again? God, I have the world's worst memory. It was glass down. I did have the recipe right. Wow. That's got to be a first, I think. Well, that's the first time I've ever gotten a recipe right. Okay, so that like that. That down the bottom. And we got 6 Essentia tubes. Now, with these Essentia tubes and with our watered jars, we should be able to place... okay, let's place a jar on either side here. So that has metal in it. Now, if I just put a pipe there, that metal will drain out into liquid form. How cool is that? That is so amazing. What we should actually do is make some more water jars, though, because we're going to need a lot of them. I mean, we're technically going to need 51 of them if we want to jar up all the different Essentias. So, what was it again? It's glass panes. Now, I think I'm going to need to just bring over all this glass here. There we go, and we'll make the glass panes over here. Put my Thaumcraft away for a second. Glass out. There's got to be one more coming over. No, 27. Oh, it was 27. My bad. Okay, let's make glass panes. 16. We'll make some more here. Glass panes. 32. And 1 batch more. There we go. We'll make some more planks here like that. Okay, will that be enough? Maybe not. We'll get 1 more batch going up there. That should be enough, hopefully. So those up there. And then glass around, like, I've just remembered, it's got to be in my table. I keep forgetting that I need viz to craft these things. So we actually have to do it in this table over here. And what viz did it require is the question. I guess we'll find out once we put it all in. We'll find out next time. Bye! Hello and welcome back to another... Oh, no, wait, same episode. My bad. Okay, so let's put all of this in. Like this, okay. Yeah, that'll do. That will do. And the oak wood planks. Water jars. 6 water jars. Cool. All right. That should be enough for us to test this out a little bit more. So then if I get another Essentia tube and I put it there, and let's put in something with dual aspects here. All right, let's grab that out. Oh, I'll need that one connected up there, actually. So maybe I should put it up like that. And then it's doing something. It's having a hissy fit. Oh, it's taking more metal out. Why are you taking more metal out? Oh, was there metal up in that one? You shouldn't be taking more metal out. I already have a jar with metal in it. I didn't want more. Oh no, what have I done? I've already screwed up. Okay, we can actually use these crystal file things we made here, glass files, and I believe you can take out the aspects like that and put them in there. Oh god, what have I done? Take that out. Okay, so now we have a bunch of vials, and we can put them all in there. There we go, 48. Cool, so we have a full thing of metal in there. What I want to do here is, let's put a water jar there. Okay, so where would I put the next one is the question. I can see how this is already going to be complicated and tricky for us. Alright, so let's... crap. Can I get these with my touch dig spell, maybe? Maybe, or will it destroy them outright? Oh, I didn't destroy them outright, thank you. There we go. Oh, I love it when mods play together. Okay, so let's put something in that has multiple aspects. We also have not scanned arcane stone here, so we'll do that really quickly. Just had saxum in it. That's a little bit disappointing. What has 2 aspects would be perfect right now. Okay, so great wood has arbor and presentio. So let's put some great wood in here and get that cooking. I didn't mean to cook up the metalum. No, I've done it again. Screwed up again already. Shit. So let's just put that down and get the remaining metalum out if there is some in there. I didn't mean to put the great wood log down as a cooking source. I wanted to put it up there and have that go in. Let's take that away and put 1 water jar there. So that's filling up with presentio. Now up in here we see that there is arbor as well. So I'm hoping... So if we put a pipe there and then put a water jar under it, it'll fill up with the arbor. Now, obviously, this isn't an effective system or anything like that. It's very basic and simple. I'm sure people are going to tell me much better ways I can set this up, but we can see how it works, how you can pipe out the 2 different types of aspects. And then what I might do is I might create like a shelf system or something over here, and we can put all the different aspects down. And that'd be really, really cool. I've got this one with like a tiny bit of metalum in it that's bugging me though, because I think you can only draw 8 metalum, 8 of an Essentia out at a time. Where did that one go? Okay, so we put that one down there as well. And that way what we can actually do here is I could put down these jars again. And let's put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How much presentio does that have? So we would need 8, so put 8 in like that. So if we put 8 of these in to cook up there, put a piece of coal in for it all, and this will filter out. What I can actually then do is take our glass files here. Oh crap, that one's filling up with presentio as well. That shouldn't be happening. What happened there? What happened there? I've gone and fucked up. Yeah, because that took 1. And you need 8 in there to be able to get it out with a glass file. What have you done to me? Why did you do this? You need to go up there. And that has arbor in it now, so the presentio will go into there for me, and I can scoop it out. And then we can put it straight into here. So I can essentially do that. I'm sure there's a better way to set it up so I can filter all the different types of Essentia out into jars in a row. But right now, a very basic way of doing it, of course, is to grab them out manually with glass files. I also just realized that I can probably fix this little problem that we ran into here by swapping these jars around. So if I put that one there, and then I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more great wood logs in here with a piece of coal there, that should fill up enough. And I can also put, where did that jar with stuff in it go? Where did you go? Am I completely blind? I was looking for a jar with arbor in it, and then I remembered the problem was that we never got a jar with arbor in it because the presentio went into 2 different jars. My bad. So then if we put that one down, we can get a jar of arbor, and the 8 presentio should go in there so I can pipe it out. No, because now arbor's gone up into there. Arbor, what are you doing to me? You're driving me mental. So now I need to swap these around again to be able to get the presentio into that one and the arbor into that one. Okay, I think definitely using the tubes with dials or taps on them probably makes this process a lot smoother and a lot better because you can filter where things go. But that worked. Look, that kind of worked. We now have 48 arbor in here, which is fantastic. I think the jars only hold... Oh, we already had arbor there. I didn't even think of that. God damn it, we have these 2 jars with just like a tiny bit of metal and a tiny bit of arbor in them that I cannot empty. Maybe I can put them in there and get it out. Maybe. We'll actually test that and find out. And then I can use the crystal file on that one, and boom, put it in there. Nope, did it wrong. I need to do it like that because it changes inventory slot. So we have 17% presentio in there. Words, try to spit them out. Okay, so there we go. That is a very basic arcane distillation. Before the next episode, I'm going to try and improve it. I'm also going to try and get the hang of it because as you can see, I'm confused and I'm making lots of errors here. I'm probably, there's probably some people face palming quite hard right about now. Unfortunately, I'm all out of time for today's episode. That took a lot longer than I had anticipated. I might also get some research notes done and out of the way before the next episode so that we can just jump straight into playing with some cool Thaumcraft machines and tools and maybe get ourselves like a fire one made. It should be a lot of fun. Anyway, as I said, I am all out of time for today's episode. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave it a rating. Thanks so much much for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time. Bye. Here I can scan these machines. Look at all those research points in there. I've scanned these ones over here. So many research points that the little log that shows up on the bottom right hand side telling you what research points you've gained was actually about 5 minutes delayed. I just went around scanning everything. I've scanned pressure plates as well. Doors I can scan now. It's amazing. So let's have a look at our Thaumcraft and have a look at the aspects that I unlocked. So what have we got here? Which new ones? Fabrico is a new one, and look at all the items I scanned. So Fabrico I got from Humanus and Instrumentum. Instrumentum, I think, was the first aspect I unlocked that basically got the ball rolling with all the new ones. And Instrumentum was in, I think I scanned Flint. I scanned to get that, and that is Humanus and Auto. Is there any other new ones in here? No. Machina I got from Motus, and new aspects, bringing the grand total of aspects we actually have to 50 out of 51, which means we only need one more aspect, which is awesome. I think that the aspect we need is from the Magical Bees mod, so I have no idea what it is. And how I came about getting 8 brand new aspects plus a absolute ton of research points is I was actually setting up our digital miner here because I wanted it to mine up the 14,000 ore or something crazy like that was down there. Right now it's still got 9,000 left to mine up, which is insane. So I set this bad boy up. It's working exactly like our quarry did. Basically the items go straight out of it into a tesseract. Tesseract is connected to the one underneath. It goes through the piping system. Ores are filtered out into the barrels, but instead of going from these barrels into our thermal expansion machinery, they're actually going in. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of MenaeroCraft, our Minecraft modded survival series. So we are back in the safety and comfort of our own home. We returned from our adventure at the end of the last episode, and today we're going to be continuing our Thaumcraft research because we got the materials we need. Basically, we got our great wood saplings and logs and silverwood saplings and logs, which is what we needed to continue advancing with Thaumcraft 4. We need them to set up our Essentia Distillation system, which I want to get done today. But before we head over to our maze tower, I have a couple things I want to show you guys because I have unlocked 8 Instrumentum, which is all your different machinery, and there were so many research points I got because we have all these machines that all of a sudden I could scan, which was amazing. What else did we get here? So that was Machina. We also got Meadow, which I got from a hoe, and that was Messus and Instrumentum. We got this Panis, which is like cloth or material, so we can scan wool and beds and stuff now, and that's Instrumentum and Bestia. Perfodio was from a pickaxe, and that's Humanus and Saxum. What else? Tellum, I got from scanning some swords and arrows. We got Tutaman, which is armor, as you can see from the little symbol, and yeah, got that from scanning armor. Pretty self-explanatory. And I think that is it. So that is the 8 new aspects that I unlocked, bringing a grand total to 50. So we just need one more into our mechanism machinery over here, because I upgraded all of these to the basic factory version, so they can process 3 different ores at one time, and they also give us 3 ingots per 1 ore, so we get an extra ingot basically than if we were using the thermal expansion machines. And how this relates to me unlocking 8 new aspects is because when I set this up, I went into our ME system, I started pulling out items that were like a single stack or just 2 items, like 2 apples, 2 feathers, those kind of things, and started getting rid of them because all these little lights here were orange except one. So I was like, okay, I need to free up some space. And then I thought, well, we've unlocked a bunch of new aspects over the last several episodes. I might try and scan some things again. And it was like a floodgate. I scanned one thing, got a new aspect, and then the ball just got rolling, and all of a sudden I could scan everything. I scanned these machines here.